Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Introduce me, Abdul Swami Bakri. Here will the moderator of group 4 who will present the result of our discussion about the digestive system. To start the explanation here, I will introduce member of group 4. Number 1, Deri Anti. Number 2, Melanisa Pramitasari. Number 3, Vika Andrea Arsita. Number 4, Sufi Arifianis Marcelita. Number 5, Abdul Muiz Fami Bakri.
Human digestive system. The digestive system is a series of organ tissues that have a function to digest food. These foods will be processed mechanically or chemically. Mechanical digestion is digestion that occurs in the stomach that involves physical movement in the body. The purpose of this digestion is to change the size of food molecules into smaller or smoother shapes, while digestion is chemically digestion that involves enzymes. Organs that belong to the digestive system are divided into two groups, namely the digestive tract and additional digestive organs. The digestive system has the main function of convert food into nutrients that the body needs. These nutrients are necessary for the process of development. Repair of the body cells include as a source of daily energy. When that process is complete, the digestive organs that usually pack the food solid waste to dispose of as feces.
Location of human digestion. A. The oral cavity. In the oral cavity, there are two digestive systems, namely the teeth and tongue, respectively. The digestive system contained in the oral cavity has a role in the process of digestion of food. 1. Teeth is a mechanical digestive device that functions to tear and grind food into small particles. Inside the tooth, there is a dental cavity or groove to contain blood vessels and nerves that live between the gingivitis and play a role in breaking down food debris left in the mouth. 2. Tongue. The surface of the tongue, which is covered by a layer of mucosa, which is full of open nodules, which contain the taste bud. The tongue also acts as a taster bud for food and helps produce sound with speaking. Park is the meeting of the respiratory tract between the nasal cavity and the throat, and the digestive tract between the oral cavity and the esophagus. The palm has a hole leading to the throat called the glottis and is closed by a valve called the epiglottis during the swallowing process. 1. The nasoplug is the space above the lunus plate at the back of the nose that connects the nose to the mouth. The oraphrynx is a respiratory tract that has a tube-like shape and is located between the pharynx and the trach. Chi. The esophagus is a muscular tube about 25 cm long, extending from the and of the oral cavity to the stomach. Its function is as a passage for carried food from the mouth to the stomach, preventing foreign objects from entering the stomach, producing peristalsis and preventing the flow of liquid from the stomach. The stomach is the part of the digestive tract that expands. The stomach can accommodate 1 liter to 2 liter of food in the stomach. There are enzymes including the pepsin enzyme trypsin lipase enzyme the stomach function to prepare food temporarily and carry out chemical digestion with the help of gastric juice. Small intestine. The small intestine is part of the digestive tract which is located between the stomach and the large intestine. The small intestine is a tube that is about 6 to 8 m long and consists of their part, namely the duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. The larger intestine is a part of the intestine between the appendix and the rectum. In the larger intestine, the process of decomposition of digestive waste occurs by bacteria that live in the food that is not digested by humans. This decomposition produces H2S gas as a function of the immune system. The appendix plays an active role in a system that has lymphoid glands in its the anus or rectum. The most part of the colon is called the anus, which approximately 15 centimeters long. This organ functions as a temporary storage place for fats to prevent sudden expulsion, helping fats to come out with peristaltic movement.
Digestive system disorders and the cause. Number 1. MAC. MAC is inflammatory disorder of stomach wall caused by excess gastric acid production, which erodes the tissue in the stomach wall. MAC is caused irregular eating pattern. 2. Diarrhea. Diarrhea is a disorder of the inhibition of the absorption of nutrients that occurs in the intestines. This condition causes excessive water content in feces. Diarrhea is characterized by frequent bowel movement with a watery stool texture. Diarrhea is caused by virus and bacteria, one of which is Vibrio cholerae. 3. Appendicitis. Appendicitis is inflammation of the appendix caused by a bacterial infection. This infection and inflammation occurs as a result of food debris that enters the appendix. The food then rots and is difficult to remove. 4. Parathyroidism epidemica. Epidemicas, or commonly known as shock, is a nuisance that attacks the saliva glands, especially the parotid glands. It's caused by an infectious viral infection. The epidemica parotitis period is 14 to 24 days. 5. The caries of the teeth. The caries of the teeth, or those commonly called cavities, are a condition of the cavities caused by the Staphylococcus bacteria. The bacteria convert carbohydrates into lactic acid that slowly erodes the tooth enamel. If the hole reaches the pulp, then the tooth will hold. Number 6. Constipation. Constipation is a disorder of the digestive system that causes severe dry texture of the chest or feces. The constipated is marked with the frequency of defecation less than 3 times a week. Diseases of the digestive system can be overcome in the following ways. 1. Indication. I limit consumption of spicy, acidic, and fatty foods. B. Consumption of foods containing probiotic. C. Enough rest. D. Taking gastritis medicine. E. Eat in small portion but often. 2. Diarrhea. I. Increase fluid intake. B. Eat the right foods. C. Adjust the diet. D. Take probiotic. E. Avoid spicy food. 3. Appendicitis. I. Avoid strenuous activities. B. Get enough rest. C. Try natural medicine. D. Eat foods high in fiber. E. Wake up and move when the body is ready. 4. Parasitis epidemica. I. Compress the swollen body parts with warm water. B. Drink lots of water. C. Get enough rest. D. Eat soft food. E. Take painkillers. 5. Dental caries. I. Brush your teeth regularly. B. Reduce consumption of sweet foods. C. Consume food that are healthy for teeth. D. Check your teeth regularly. 6. Constipation. I. Drink lots of water. B. Eat foods that contain lots of fiber. C. Do a lot of exercise. D. Consume papaya or banana. E. Eat probiotic.
That's all from our presentation. Sorry if there are any wrong words. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.